What is up, everybody? It is currently 1:40 in the morning in Africa, and I'm a little late posting this video and doing the voiceover for it because, well, I had a few technical issues with my power yesterday, so coming to you live today. So, this is Monday's workout. Was a 5x5 with 445, and everything pretty much went great. As you can see here, getting ready to start off my first set. Uh, Everything actually felt great here. Got to test out my new wireless beats, and they actually worked great. I almost made it through my whole session without charging them up, so that was good. Much better to be able to record and still listen to music. Actually helped me focus a little bit more when I was recording. Got every set recorded, and well, that's just a bonus, of course. Got a cameo from my one of my co-workers. Didn't know I was recording. Just kind of just stepped in. I guess just to make sure I was all right. So that was the first set. Everything felt fine. I actually got a tripod for my recording. So you'll see that in the next video. Well, you won't see the actual tripod, but you'll kind of notice a difference in the recording angle. I know it kind of sucks right now. Just bear with me. I'm getting better at this as I go. Second set here is pretty good. Didn't really have much issues. This compared to last week's 5x5 with this same weight was a lot better. Last week I didn't think I was gonna even be able to walk out of the gym. So I can tell I'm making leaps and bounds as far as progress and recovery is going. I also got a brand new belt, as you can see here. So that might have been the difference maker. My last belt I still have it, but it's a 10 millimeter tapered leather belt from Enzer. That's the red one you see in my other videos. The one I'm wearing here is it's all around 10 millimeter. It's custom from Pioneer Fit. That's Pioneer_Fit on Instagram. I would highly suggest checking them out. Quality of the belt was great. Construction is flawless, and you got a lot of customization options. And the shipping is pretty quick. You guys know I'm overseas, and I got my belt in less than a month, so that's pretty good shipping for it to be a custom belt. Let's see here. Third set went pretty good here. Also, you see, didn't really have any issues. Not gonna lie, as it went on, I kind of got worn out, but it's what you expect with a 5x5. With currently, this is supposed to be 90% of my max. I think at 495. So that was my max when I started this training cycle. I'm pretty sure it's gone up considerably. So I'm looking for at least 530, 550. Hopefully when I test it next week. So that's what I'm shooting for. But I'll see what I go for. How I'm feeling next week. Still got a few challenges ahead to get through first before I start, making some assumptions about where I'm gonna be at. Form was looking pretty good here. The only thing I'm kind of getting annoyed about is I can't seem to stay flat on my heels at when I get to depth, and I'm thinking it's not because of the actual my form. I think it might be the raised heel on the shoes. I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna stop lifting in them. So maybe I'll just have to deal with it. I love them too much. I had a screw up here. I just set up bad on this rep. Basically, it was the bar was mainly kind of heavier on the right side. Not heavier. I wasn't center, and I did one rep, and I was like, that just wasn't gonna be able to do 5 like that. It just wasn't gonna work out. I thought about resetting and going again, but I kind of just said screw it. Decided to give myself a little minute to catch my breath. and before I went for it again here. Here's the last set. Pretty funny. I was I was holding the weight, just holding it here because my friend here was like, I just wanted him out of the way of the camera, but I was kidding. I was telling him, hey, watch the camera, but he didn't hear me. He thought I wanted him to spot me. So it kind of took some air out of me. You're gonna see I get pretty worn out towards the end of this set, and it's got a pretty funny outcome that you're gonna see here in a second. His last rep here was a struggle. You're gonna see why. Like, I literally just got tired and got too far forward, lost tightness, and basically almost face planted. But nice recovery, almost halfway up, so that's all good. And for a change, decided to throw in some of my accessory work, let you guys see more footage of me actually doing work in the gym instead of just the top sets. Here's my own variation of front squats. Sometimes I do these with back squats too. I call them Penson front squats. I'm not really creative with the name, but I just really throw these in to get some extra volume in and really work my quads a little bit extra, get some speed in there. And this is actual speed. I didn't speed this up this time. In one of my other videos, I sped it up a bit. I was pretty happy with these, considering I was, tired. Once I do my accessory work, I'm not taking really long breaks, because you see I'm only doing 225, so I'm kind of doing it for the cardio, I guess you could say, too. So about 2-3 weeks ago, I think, right before I started this training block, or right when I started it, I did some sumo pulls at the end of one of my squat sessions, and I only worked up to 495. I was just kind of hoping that I still could pull at least 500 with switching to sumo, and I pulled it. I made it, but I haven't pulled in almost almost probably 3 months now, other than that one session. And the off the floor was easy. I wish I had recorded it, but I just really wasn't planning on doing anything. I just kind of did it spur of the moment. But I noticed that my lockout was bad. Like, I got 495 off the floor pretty much no problem, but the lockout it just wasn't what I wanted. So right here I'm just doing some really high rack pulls to kind of throw in some volume at my back. My back was already kind of fried from the heavy squats, but I just threw in some extra work to get ready for I'm gonna be starting a deadlift program soon, or at least gonna be actually doing some heavy rows and a lot of sumo deadlifts with a lot of volume, not too heavy, but just to get my form dialed in the way I want it, and to hopefully be able to pull about 550, work towards 600 soon with my sumo, to actually hit my my goal of 1500, which is what I want. Before the end of this year, I want a 1500, just a gym total, because I can't compete until 2016 since I'm stuck overseas right now. But here's a quick double for with 495. Just working on grip strength, but that's all I got for you guys today. Right now, another video coming soon. Thanks for watching.